So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I say let's throw him a bone.
I understand your attempts at humor. I simply do not find them entertaining.
Can you hear me, Raiden? Remember the 2 procedures to maintain your new body. 1. Seizing nano repair units from your foes. And 2.
Absorbing their electrolytes. I got it.
Yes, enemy cyborgs should provide plenty of MCFC electrolytes once you slice them open and extract their fluids.
They're terrorists. I was planning on that anyway.
Oh, and their left hands, if you please.
Excuse me?
I am authorized to offer you upgrades and services in exchange for it.
How generous.
And people say Germans aren't funny.
How does it feel to fly like a bird?
Like a bird strapped to a remote control rocket.
War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. We're all pawns, controlled by something greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul. Expose someone to anger long enough, they learn hate. They become a carrier.
I'm saying Jack is back.
Nice. Don't mean with this, Senator. Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
Adios, amigos.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
Obligatory timestamp. If you want to skip the preamble and get right to the good stuff, go here. This is the part where I tell you that the video you're about to watch was finished 3 years ago. Why didn't I upload it 3 years ago? Good question. I love Revengeance. I really like editing, and this was the best of both worlds. So you're in for a show. I've made no modification to the video besides some audio fixes so that it's a nice little time capsule for myself and anybody who's here. I think if I were to remake this video from scratch, I could do way better, but I won't because I want to psychologically hurt myself more than when I sang Who's Running the Show at the end of my last video. Shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug, shameless plug, but I break down what makes Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance so good, in my opinion, into 4 digestible sections. So without further ado, here's the video. So let's start with a little compare and contrast, shall we? Devil May Cry is a game that encourages the player to achieve long, smoking combos. You eventually end up with a large cache of unique weapons, each with their own unique movesets, and you're able to swap between them at any point during a fight. And to achieve those smoking sexy combos, the player has to figure out in what ways these movesets can interact and work in tandem with each other without killing momentum, which is great. I bet it's a very rewarding experience to master all of Dante's weapons and look badass while mowing down demons as you swap between some thunder nunchucks, fire gauntlets, and swords and whatever have you. From what I understand, it's an easy to learn, difficult to master kind of combat. Not that I would know because I've never played the game, but it's probably why Devil May Cry 5 has multiple playable characters that have varying degrees of a looking badass difficulty. But Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance says, "Fuck that! Spectacle-based stimulation go brrrr." The base of combat is designed to be fast-paced and make feeling badass, seamless, and relatively easy. You only have a singular weapon to care about, and the base of combat is designed so that no matter which of the 2 attack buttons you press next, you will cleanly flow into the next attack every time. Even when starting a combo over, it's as smooth as butter. As long as you can block and parry, you could theoretically button mash your way through some of the combat and look awesome doing it. A mash to badass combat system, if you will. And beyond that, we have parrying and the ninja run. When you time your blocks just right, you parry. Depending on the enemy, this means you'll counter them with maneuvers like spectacularly slicing them while upside down, or tossing them like ragdolls, or just giving some poor schmuck frequent flyer miles to the pearly gates. The ninja run is a very fun mechanic, which is basically your sprint button, but it's also your auto hardcore parkour / auto deflect bullets with a sword button, which in my opinion is very nice. May not sound too crazy, but trust me, the ninja run gets nutty. All that stuff is fun, but some of you are probably thinking, but what makes this so special, no? Plenty of games have things like that. Well, do other games have things like Blade Mode? Blade Mode, the very thing that makes Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance's gameplay stand out from the other games. A feature that, while giving you slow-mo vision, gives you a rectile that can spin around so you can accurately slice your enemies and environmental objects to ribbons. Yes, the thing that makes Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance's gameplay so unique is the fact that your sword actually cuts things. A sword that cuts in a video game? Impossible. Rather than feeling like you're swinging a fancy bat like a bajillion other action games, you have the privilege of either spamming your slash button to sashimi up some cybernetics, or precisely dissect your dastardly foes for their hands and or lifeblood, which I'll get back to. And the game even keeps track of the number of pieces your enemies will be buried in. Ain't that just sweet of the game? You don't even need Blade Mode to slice up the objects in your environment, like the trees, crates, cars, walkways you need in order to progress in the mission, and watermelons, just to name a few. Now back to that lifeblood comment. While some games are satisfied with just handing you items to replenish your stamina and health after killing an enemy, Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance takes this the logical step forward by allowing you to replenish yourself with spines. The spines of your enemies! Have you ever wanted to remove the spines of your enemies before? Well, here you can. Once your enemies are weak enough, you're able to perform a very special Blade Mode maneuver called Zandatsu, which, while you're in slow-mo, if you swing your sword through a glowy square, you get the chance to harvest their blue gamer subs filled spines to fully recover yourself. And if you're good enough, you could even harvest multiple spinal columns in one blow. Don't worry, you don't need to feel too bad. It's not like they're gonna need them anyway. If anyone can think of a game that has a mechanic even remotely similar to this, please tell me. I can't find any. This game came out in 2013 on the PlayStation 3. We have the technology. You can't tell me we don't. Where is my Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance 2? Anyway, each boss is designed to test the player's ability to use the various mechanics and skills you gain along the way, which all culminate into a final boss that tests everything. Incredible sounding, I know.
Don't with me, Senator!
But not only that, each one of them have cool, distinct designs, and each of them are given fun, over-the-top personalities.
Now I see. You deny your weapon its purpose. It yearns to bathe in the blood of your enemies, but you hold it back.
Personalities wonderfully interwoven with the over-the-top philosophies on war and violence and
Memes. The DNA of the soul.
every single boss is a crazy person that likes monologuing and being edgy.
Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke.
Some more than others. And I say that in the most loving way possible. Take, for example,
I am IF prototype LQ84I.
also known as Blade Wolf, a robot powered by ChatGPT and our entry point into the kind of bosses we'll be facing going forward. Not the biggest boss, but he is a robot murder dog with an AI that gives him the ability to learn and
Possess an intellect far beyond human reckoning.
and he really tests your ability to block. You need to learn how to block if you want to take this boy down. This dog has the dog in him.
Is this all the human mind is capable of?
Next, Mistral,
The cold wind of France.
a French woman that fights you with hands. Many hands. So many, in fact, her weapon is a collection of hands with a knife on each end of said hands stick thing. She tries to stab you and whip you with it. She tests your ability not just to block, but to parry, and your ability to slice small targets with Zandatsu, i.e. parts of her weapon.
Don't you want to know?
Monsoon,
Of the winds of destruction.
a nihilistic r/atheist redditor that fights you with magnets. And those magnets also happen to be his body parts. This man can kick you from a distance and fling his body parts like projectiles. This man is Buggy D Clown. Do you understand? Besides testing my patience, he tests your ability to block several times in quick succession with said tossing body parts. Also, parrying. Parrying is also important to take him down so you can beat his head. Oh, and your ability to cut thrown vehicles thrown at you. Very good stuff.
Your means end here.
Sundowner, who's basically Jeff Bezos if Jeff Bezos was a war crime advocate. He also has some funny things to say about, war and
War is just part of who we are. Why fight it?
the war economy.
Demand for PMCs is about to skyrocket. Like the good old days after 9/11.
His phase 1 tests your ability to precisely hit several tiny squares at once. And you get a nice little explosion in your face if you fail. Sam. Jetstream Sam. The average Brazilian man and your rival character.
Show me what you really believe in, pretty boy.
Unlike the others, Sam comes gimmick free. You fight, you knock the sword out of his hand,
Show me a good time, Jack.
you fight some more, he picks up his sword,
Now this is a fight.
and then he fights you harder.
Playtime's over.
The only one not to talk to you after you beat them. Oh yeah, bosses talk to you after you shred them.
Attaboy, Jack.
No, I don't know how, but Revengeance do what Revengeance do. Oh, and Sam is the only one with a pre-fight, pre-programmed tumbleweed. What other games have a pre-programmed, pre-fight tumbleweed?
Why, that's very good. Yes, I like that.
Metal Gear Excelsis. Least fun boss fight in the game, in my opinion. It's pretty easy compared to the others, but the music is excellent, just like the rest of them. And just look at the way this fight ends. Yes, you are watching an edgelord have a sword fight with a city-leveling mech. Have I mentioned how amazingly ridiculous this game is? Senator Armstrong.
They'll make America great again!
A big white dude in a suit that hardens in response to physical trauma.
You can't hurt me, Jack!
Every other boss fights you with advanced weapons and skills, but you wanna know how Senator Hardbody fights you? by making you catch his fucking hands. Hands that are so strong, they're enough to rupture Earth's crust. Hands so forklift certified, he can chuck several hunks of mech at you in quick succession. I won't go into every single way he tests you, but rest assured, strong arms excellently test every skill that you have had to cultivate up to this point. Honestly, I could make a whole video on this boss fight alone. Wink wink, like and subscribe for more. Wink wink. And all of that is elevated by the fact that Raiden, our protagonist, is just as crazy as these Geneva-hating hooligans. A part of his character arc is literally him realizing he enjoys homicide.
This is my normal. My nature.
This is not a joke.
I misjudged you. You are like us after all.
Now you're just being nasty.
Not to mention the incredible levels of hype that's facilitated by blood-pumping ear candy that is this music. Speaking of which, so Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance doesn't have the longest story mode, with only about a 5 to 6 hour runtime. One of the ways they give their fans who care to dig a little deeper on the bosses have the Codex conversations. Our protagonist's compatriots have some words to say about the bosses. These are words you can unlock by just playing through the story. For example, in these conversations, you can find out very important information, like that Mistral's boobs are all natural.
Indeed. After some detailed image analysis, I am 80% certain that is her own natural torso.
Or that Blade Wolf is autistic.
My ability to read emotions not explicitly expressed by speech is lacking.
Me too, King. Me too. But there's another way we learn about these bosses. The music. I would love to go over every individual boss theme in detail, but for the sake of brevity and for potential future videos, wink wink, like and subscribe for more, wink wink, I'll stick with the brass tacks for now. Each of these songs don't just decorate the background with loud, choppy music to hype us up. They provide a vibe. Using different combinations of natural and techno instruments, the songs provide a different vibe for each boss that makes them feel unique and more distinct from one another. Rules of Nature's crunchy synth and grind, or Red Sun's like prominent guitar, or The Only Thing I Know for Real's prominent use of drums, or Collective Consciousness's and how many video game boss themes do you know that have lyrics? Tell me, once these boss fights reach their final act, the lyrics come in to hype the player even more while being sunk in enough to not distract the player. If that wasn't enough, the lyrics delve a little deeper into who these bosses are. I kind of want to call this kind of thing abstract context. I don't know. Sounds smart to me. It's honestly a lot like so many battle shonen animes, big finale climax fights. Yes, it can be campy as hell, but Metal Gear Rising: Revengeance thrives on campy. I'd argue its brand of campiness is part of the fun to really drive home my points. I'd like to fully spoil the tutorial boss section of the game, so skip to the time code if you care. Let me paint you a picture. So, you're a little guy. Your only means of defense and attack is a sword, and you're about to fight a tutorial boss. But, oh no! The boss is a giant laser-spitting fuck-off mech that in every other Metal Gear game, you'd fight as a final boss. So you're fighting for your life. Blocking bullets, cutting off armor, dodging lasers and missiles and what have you. And you also might be bumping your head a little to the epic metal soundtrack that just might be pushing you forward a little. It's fun and all, but then this happens.
Stop that plane!
A triumphant blast of lyrics that scream at you that the future is now. Survival of the fittest, baby. Giant nuclear yeeting mechs are obsolete. Cyborg twinks and thick thighs are the future of war and combat. This is the new baseline, bitches. This is Revengeance. If what you saw before wasn't already a big middle finger to physics, you can jump while running down this building. I don't think I need to give you a science lecture to explain why that's madness. But this is Revengeance, baby. Revengeance do what Revengeance do. The rule of cool here is a force unparalleled, more powerful than our puny mortal minds can comprehend. For the lulz, Jacob Geller also points out that because Metal Gear Rising Revengeance breaks into lyrical song every time a motion reaches a breaking point, it technically makes this game a musical. Yeah. Metal Gear Rising Revengeance is a musical, baby. Eat your heart out, Disney. So anyway, speaking of lulz. At the end of the day, this game doesn't take itself too seriously because it's self-aware enough to know how wild of a story this is. It knows when to be deep, and it knows when to have silly, stupid, fun times. The Senator Strongarm's fight cutscenes weave a beautiful dance of depth, action, and comedy. I could explain more of the hilariousness of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, but I think I'll let this silly quick montage do the talking for me.
So you've got some kind of disguise lined up, right?
Relax, Kev. I'll blend right in.
You sure you want the K9000 there along for this one?
I say let's throw him a bone.
Wordplay. My exoskeleton resembles a canine. Canines enjoy bones. Amusing on 2 levels.
Can you hear me, Raiden?
Doctor.
Remember the 2 procedures to maintain your new body. 1. Seizing nano repair units from your foes. And 2.
Absorbing their electrolytes. I got it.
Yes, enemy cyborgs should provide plenty of MCFC electrolytes once you slice them open and extract their fluids.
They're terrorists. I was planning on that anyway.
Oh, and their left hands, if you please.
Excuse me?
The combat data stored on holographic memory, typically located in the left hand. That data is very valuable. I am authorized to offer you upgrades and services in exchange for it.
How generous.
Ich liebe Kapitalismus. Had the war come down a few years earlier, I would have a Nobel Prize on my shelf.
And people say Germans aren't funny.
How does it feel to fly like a bird?
Like a bird strapped to a remote control rocket.
War is a cruel parent, but an effective teacher. Its final lesson is carved deep in my psyche. We're all pawns, controlled by something greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul. They shape our will. They are the culture. They are everything we pass on. Expose someone to anger long enough, they will learn to hate. They become a carrier. All memes, all passed along.
I'm saying Jack is back. Nice.
meme with this senator. Making the mother of all omelets here, Jack. Can't fret over every egg.
Adios, amigos.
¿Viste? Qué raro, ¿eh? Hay que hacer que no lo vimos. Vámonos ya.
As Jacob Geller put it in his video, this game mashed together Metal Gear Solid's themes and Platinum Games' radical directness to birth one of the most blatantly political AAA games ever, and I love it. Subtlety? Never heard of it. This is Metal Gear Revengeance. If you or anyone you know believes they don't like politics in their media, just check out this game. Besides the fact that you can argue anything is political, this game wears its over-the-top yet grounded politics on its sleeve.
Typical politician. Big promises, but all talk.
What?
And at no point makes it no less entertaining whatsoever. In fact, I'd argue it's another pillar of what makes Metal Gear Rising Revengeance so great. The politics is just part of its charm. I mean, how can you not at least chuckle a little bit at something these wild wackos say?
The Patriots planted the seed. We don't need them around to filter and foster their memes any longer. We're spreading them just fine ourselves. Every American man, woman, and child. We're all sons of the Patriots now!
Thanks for making it to the end of the video. I know, right? If you want to support me in the pursuit of making more whimsical video essays, me and Caesar would very much appreciate an interaction on the video. Any little bit helps. My next one is probably going to be another digital circuits video because I have 2 scripts I'm currently working on. Anyways, that's the outro. Ciao for now.